These stories that we hear about, that we read about, and it's a family we don't know. A lot of New Yorkers want to know what's going on in their community. They want to know what the news is. They are living their lives, and they want to get caught up at the end of a busy day at work. It hits really close to home when it shows up on your front doorstep.
New York Republican gubernatorial nominee Congressman Lee Zeldin speaking out after two teens were shot 30 feet away from his front door.
The congressman's two 16-year-old daughters were home alone at the time of the shooting. David Webb is a Fox News contributor and host of Reality Check with David Webb on Fox Nation. So, Zeldin says this happened 24 hours to the minute of him actually giving an interview on his front porch where this all happened about the rising crime crisis in New York. So here he is out campaigning on the promise to help with this crime crisis, but it is not even immune to his own home when he's out doing this. And mind you, David, there have been no arrests. There's no info on who shot at these two people. So what does that say to the crime crisis and really just the crime sprees that seem to be sparking up all over New York and now in the suburbs?
Well, Ashley, it says that they are the result of policy failures by the Democrats, the progressives who are in charge, like Governor Kathy Hochul, and the others who suppress law enforcement's ability to do their job, and also the court's ability to do their job. A couple of things here that people should pay attention to. When this happens at about 2:20 in the afternoon, you're not talking about middle of the night, inner city urban, in a rural neighborhood, for lack of a better term, when you have teens who are known to the police, they're known to law enforcement, apparently, and there's more investigation underway. You have a cocktail, a deadly cocktail. 30 feet is not too much room for a bullet, if you will. And when you're hiding upstairs, and he said there was blood on a rock, that's as close as you ever want to get to this in any neighborhood in America. And the fact that it's spreading out, whether it was post-recording session, an argument, doesn't matter. These are people who should be dealt with and kept and detained and prosecuted, even as minors, in whatever way possible. But a gun crime is no light crime. Governor Hochul and the left-wing Democrats, the progressives, I don't care what they want to call themselves, they're failing the people, and people are being beaten, robbed. Random crime is a huge problem, and they don't care, or else they would do something about the obvious.
Meantime, David, migrant buses from Texas pulling up in New York City literally as we speak. Right now, you're looking live. This is the second migrant bus of the day unloading at Port Authority. So much for being a sanctuary city, David. I mean, Mayor Adams declaring a state of emergency, which what amounts to a handful of migrants compared to what we're seeing at the border. Why can't the city handle this if it's declaring itself a sanctuary city?
Because this is part of the lie of a sanctuary city, Todd. First of all, Biden's been flying people around the country, transporting people around the country since he's been in office. And it points right to him, points right to the failed border czar, border sheriff, Kamala Harris. And the New York City officials, Eric Adams and others, don't care. Look, I looked at the Staten Island Inn, the story of them walking around the streets begging. You can't book a room till the end of October, so apparently it's booked up till then. Are they going to renew it on November 1st? Are they going to then let them out on the streets completely? What about the homeless shelters? The big lie of sanctuary cities is that it eats up the resources needed for those residents most in need in the city. And these city officials don't care because part of their plan is to balkanize communities with illegal aliens. And you can give them 300,000, 500,000, a million cell phones. They're not going back in large percentages for their hearings, so the communities are then stuck with them and they pay the price. And by the way, crime and this illegal alien problem go together. Desperate people, unfortunately, and it's a fact, will do desperate things to survive.
And David, Mayor Adams needs $1 billion to handle this. I don't know where that money's going, but that's a lot of cash. David Webb, thank you, sir, for being here. We appreciate it.